Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for tonight's video, I'm going to be doing a very quick, very brief book haul that I did in my recent shopping spree to Chatswood. Now, if you watched my previous Chatswood shopping haul, you notice I talked about this book that I bought. I bought a few more on my recent trip, so this book is not going to be mentioned. Let's fix my lighting there. Yeah, so this book is not going to be mentioned. I apologise, but I do have some other books that I'll be talking about. And no, I haven't started that book. I'm currently halfway through. Well, just started really. This one by Sarah J. Maas, which I talked about in my other video. So first book I'm going to start off with is this one. This is Sharks Never Sleep by Brendan McAloon, however you want to say it. It's basically one of those, I have a couple of these kind of books. It's one of those like investigative, I can never say that word, you know what I'm trying to say, investigative report or look into sharks in Australia or sharks around the world and why we fear them so much. We get a look at some like first-hand encounters and to start understand why sharks do what they do. He basically tells us, it's like one of those like books where it's like it tells you the reason why people are scared of them, like, you know, like how they're portrayed in the media and the Jaws, and how that gives us that potential of like, oh my god, they're gonna attack us. And so it gives us statistics. We look into encounters of people who have survived. And yeah, I just really love these books. I have a couple of them as well. I have one by Blake Chapman, who was a survivor herself, and that was Shark Attacks, understanding the myths and misunderstandings behind human fears of shark attacks. And the second one I have is by Callum Dedesis, and he's, as far as I'm aware, he wasn't a shark attack survivor, but he did one which was the history of fear in Australia, and they both kind of delve into like how the media portrays sharks and how that then makes us scared of sharks because of that media interpretation. But yeah, so that's this one, Sharks Never Sleep. I'm very interested to read it. I haven't read it yet, but yes, I'm very excited to. So yeah, so basically, as I said, it is gripping investigation into our complex relationship of fears and fascination with sharks. In an attempt to combat fear with the facts, he takes us on a journey around the world in search of true stories of extraordinary first-hand encounters with these complex ocean predators. So we just have a look at all like shark conservation, shark lovers, shark attack victims, all that. Okay, the second book I have is by Brigid Kemmerer. I have a few of her books as well. I have her Elemental series. This is a newer series that she's written that I've just gotten. This is the first one, Defy the Night. You can't see the rest of it, it's under the price tag, but yeah. This is Defy the Night. It's basically, just to give you a brief description, in a kingdom where sickness stalks the streets and only the richest can afford a cure, King Harriston and his brother are forced to rule an iron fist. Tessa Cade is a masked outlaw marked for death, but she likes it that way. Together with her friend, she robs from the rich to help the poor. As it becomes clear, the only way to save her people, hold on, Dad, busy, is to assassinate the king. Yeah, Tessa has to decide what she wants to do. So that was this one. I'm really interested to read it. This one I feel like it's kind of aimed at the younger generation, as most of the books on my bookshelf are, which I'm gonna do a bookshelf tour very, very soon, so you can see all the books I have. But yeah, I feel like this is one of her more younger ones, but I was still excited to read it because I just love her writing style and her storytelling style, especially within the 5 books of her Elemental series, which I'll do a review on very, very soon. So that's that one. The next one I have is Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. If you don't know already, Ready Player 2, the sequel to Ready Player 1, that, you know, we all know that movie. Wade Watts in the Oasis, Easter egg hunt to take over the video game and the company. Yeah, so this is the sequel to that. I don't know if many people knew about the sequel. Yeah, this is basically just the same thing, but there's a new riddle, there's a new quest and a new prize, and new people trying to take over and trying to get it, and it's something more dangerous than Wade has ever imagined. And so yeah, it's basically that. So I'm very excited to read that as well. Last book, I'm going to do this one quickly. Last book I have is something we all know, we all love. Dune by Frank Herbert. I've seen the film for this. I loved the film so much. And I wanted to read the book. Now, obviously, I am aware that this is a very large book series. There are probably maybe 8 or 9 books in the series. I might read them depending on if I like this first one. I do sometimes do that with books. I'll read the first one, and then if I like it, I'll read the next ones. Like I've done with Eragon. I've read the first Eragon many years ago. I liked it, but I just never really got. I did want to read the other ones. I just never got around to it. Same with the Twilight ones. I read the first one. I never got around to reading the second ones, mainly because they were so large. Like when I was younger, I didn't really like thick books. I don't know, I just thought they just took too much time. But now I really love thicker books, so it'll take me longer. I can get engrossed in the story more. Like when I was younger, I used to like this. So this is as thick as I would read. But now, I'm reading like this, which is like 1,000 or just like close to 1,000 pages. But yeah, we all know the story of Dune. Paul Atreides and his family are the new governors of Arrakis. Paul doesn't know that he's the chosen one. He has to save the world. And he's been having dreams of a girl on Arrakis who's part of the Fremen. They live on Arrakis, and their eyes have turned blue because of their exposure to spice, which is being harvested. And it's just an amazing story. This book that I like, which I think is very cool and very different, is that in a normal story you'll have like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. This one it'll have, the end of your chapter. And then it'll have a brief italicized quote from a book or something that marks the new chapter, which I think is actually a really, really great idea. But yeah, I'm really excited to read that. So thank you again, guys, for watching this video. It was definitely a short one today. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you again soon for another video. I don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to be a bookshelf tour. So I hope you guys are ready to see that. If that's boring, I apologize. But yeah, so I'll see you guys soon.